Good evening. Thank you for joining us for our Fall 2020 Pandemic Choral Concert, Refocus and Reform. For those of you I haven't had the pleasure of meeting, I'm Michelle Espinosa, the choral director here at AMPA. I'd like to begin by stating the obvious. This is going to be unlike any concert we've done before, and probably unlike any concert most of you have seen. However, despite the fact that when we were first sent home March 13th, none of us thought we'd be out more than a month, we have successfully pivoted to fully online vocal music instruction, culminating in this performance. I will not try to convince you that this has been easy for any of us, but I will say that I am so proud of what we have managed to accomplish. Despite technological issues, social and emotional concerns, events that are impacting these students' lives and communities, we are having a concert. When we began this process this fall, there was a lot to be learned by all of us. New programs, new interfaces, new devices, not to mention the new way of learning music on mute. Now try to tell me it isn't fun having rehearsal where you can't hear anyone else singing, and I'll tell you, you've never made music in a pandemic. But we have come through these challenges, and especially these technological issues, and still made music together. In fact, we have over 100 students represented in this performance, either in video, audio, or both. And I believe that we've worked out any problems that prevented that small number of choir members from being seen or heard tonight, so that in our next virtual performance, we can expect to see everyone included. Tonight, you will see 4 choirs perform: chamber, anacrusis, bella voce, and our combined cantemus and camerata choirs. Our musical selections were chosen for the way they could impact these students and help them through this difficult and strange season in all our lives. We hope it will be a balm or maybe even a beacon for you as we wrap up this unexpected year. Now, without further ado, let's enjoy Refocus and Reform.
Eine kleine Volka. Written by Nikolai Andreyevich Rimsky-Korsakov in 1866, the text of Eine kleine Volka comes from a Russian writing by Mikhail Yuryevich Lermontov called Untyos. The piece was later translated into German by Gottfried Wolters. The text in English translates to: a little golden cloud sits on the shoulder of a steep rock. It blows away quickly early in the morning, playing happily in the azure blue sky. Leaves behind only a damp trail, last trace at the head of the old rock. He stands there, deep in his mind, lost in loneliness, and he cries very quietly in the morning. This text is interpreted to represent a part of Lermontov's life. The cliff symbolizes a man who is alone and stuck in life. The cloud symbolizes someone that he loves, who is carefree and avoids commitment. The cliff mourns the cloud as it passes by. This text was published the year of Lermontov's death. Essentially, he is telling his own story of how he sought relationships with others, but at the end of his life, he was still alone. Thank you.
The lyrics for Hold On, Eyes on the Prize were written by Alice Wine in the 1950s. Eyes on the Prize is based on the traditional song, Keep Your Hand on the Plow, also known as Hold On. Alice Wine was born on Johns Island, South Carolina sometime in the early 1900s. Wine's education ended in the third grade when she joined her family to work on a farm. Wine was a member of the Moving Star Hall and the Progressive Club on Johns Island. In the 1940s, Carl Ann, the Highlander Folk School's music director, had been playing Hold On, the spiritual song, when Wine approached him and sang her own version with her own lyrics without accompaniment. In the 1960s, Carl Ann introduced her lyrics to civil rights activists, and the song was spread. Eyes on the Prize, or Hold On, was created as a civil rights movement anthem. Wine was motivated to adapt this song because of the struggle in the South for African Americans to obtain their voting rights.
Many good souls have fought and died, so we could sing here side by side.
Keep your eyes on the prize, hold on. When united it is clear, we don't have to live in fear. Keep your eyes on the prize, hold on. Hold on, hold on. Keep your eyes on the prize, hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Keep your eyes on the prize, hold on.
Building walls and spreading hate will not make this country great.
Keep your eyes on the prize, hold on.
Some may say that we are young. We say watch us make change come.
Keep your eyes on the prize, hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Keep your eyes on the prize, hold on. Hold on, hold on. Keep your eyes on the prize, hold on.
The late 19th century piece, Comme de Nuit, is one of many works by Charles Camille Saint-Saëns, a prolific French composer, organist, pianist, and conductor. Saint-Saëns exemplified exceptional musical ability from a young age. At just 2 years old, he demonstrated perfect pitch. He gave his first public concert at 5. He later attended France's prestigious Paris Conservatory, where he studied musical composition and befriended Hungarian composer Franz Liszt. Saint-Saëns is perhaps most famous for his Carnival of the Animals and for pioneering experimentation in recording music. His works have been described by musicologists as supple and pliable. Comme de Nuit, for its long note durations and evocative, haunting melodies, has long captivated audiences and performers alike. Taken from a set of 2 choral pieces, the title translates to Calm of the Night. The full poetic translation is as follows: Calm of the night, cool of the evening, vast shimmering of the spheres, great silence of black vaults, deep thinkers delight in you. The bright sun, merriment, and noise amuse the more frivolous. Only the poet is possessed by the love of quiet things.
Gwen Arujo was a 17-year-old trans Latina woman who was an unfortunate victim of a transphobic hate crime. The teen was beaten and strangled to death by 4 men who discovered she was transgender after 2 of them had sexual relations with her. Ruth Huber, a pianist, singer, and composer, took the story of young Arujo as inspiration when she wrote the piece Courage to Be Who We Are. The lyrics are simple and straightforward. They read, "We are standing in the memory of those who have fallen, here for the courage to be who we are." The piece is meant to be sung in a celebratory mood, to represent that no trans person is alone. In hopes of inspiring more trans people to take pride in themselves, Ruth Huber wrote a song about loving who you are, even when those like you have fallen.
We are here in the memory of those who have fallen, those who have fallen, those who have fallen. We are here in the memory of those who have fallen, here for the courage to be who we are, courage to be who we are. We are standing in the memory of those who have fallen, those who have fallen, those who have fallen. We are standing in the memory of those who have fallen, standing for the courage to be who we are, courage to be who we are. We are singing in the memory of those who have fallen, those who have fallen, those who have fallen. We are singing in the memory of those who have fallen, singing for the courage to be who we are, courage to be who we are. We are singing in their memory, those who have fallen, those who have fallen. We are singing in their memory, singing for the courage to be who we are, courage to be who we are. Standing for the courage to be who we are, courage to be who we are, courage to be who we are.
Stavasi il mio bel sol is an Italian piece of music, and it's been sung all over the world since the European Renaissance. It includes one soprano part as well as one mezzo and alto part. In the 1500s, women were not considered intelligently capable of composing music in such high quality such as this one. Maddalena Casaluna, the composer of Stavasi il mio bel sol, proved these stereotypes very wrong with her creativity and education about music. While being the first woman to get her music in print, she also inspired other women to compose music as well. Maddalena Casaluna sparked a movement for equality between men and women. Even though she passed long ago, until this day she reminds ladies everywhere to always follow their passions, no matter the obstacles, through her music and sweet songs like her timeless piece, Stavasi il mio bel sol. Thank you.
Love is Love is Love is Love is a choral song arranged by Abby Bettis. The song is about loving whoever you want to. Written in 2017, Abby stated that Love is Love is Love is Love is dedicated to the victims and survivors of hate crimes anywhere and everywhere. Love is often the bravest thing we do. May love prevail, declared Abby.
Donanovi's Pacem is a song written around the 16th or 17th century by an unknown German composer. Though no one can say what the song's true purpose was, song experts guess that it may be an old Christmas carol. Because of the speculation, it is normally sung around the holiday season, because it brings peace. Hence its English translation, Grant us peace.
Oh
and Justice for All was written in 2017 by the lyricist and composer Brandon Williams. This song was written to show the feelings of the people of America that feel that their civil rights are under attack. It demonstrates how Americans will overcome the hardships and prevail. It also tells us how hard Americans have to fight to have the same rights as of those who have wealth and power. This song is very well known to community choirs and school choirs. School choirs learn about this song and sing it for performances. Brandon Williams got the lyric "Liberty and Justice for All" from the Pledge of Allegiance, but said that those words ring hollow to him and to some Americans who feel that they do not have the same rights and opportunities as others.
We are frightened.
We are frightened.
We are angry.
We are angry.
We are rising.
We are rising.
We are hopeful.
We are hopeful.
We are peaceful.
We are peaceful.
We are striving.
We are striving.
Won't stop fighting.
Won't stop fighting.
Won't stop marching.
Won't stop marching.
Won't stop dreaming.
Won't stop dreaming.
Won't stop loving.
Won't stop loving.
And proclaiming.
And proclaiming.
And believing.
And believing. Our voices are united, louder than hate. We have gathered here. We've had all we can take. The time has come, you will hear our call. We're fighting for liberty and justice for all. We are leading
By example.
by example.
We are growing.
We are growing.
We are working
We are working
for our future.
for our future.
We are thriving.
We are thriving.
Won't stop teaching.
Won't stop teaching.
Won't stop living.
Won't stop living.
Won't stop dreaming.
Won't stop dreaming.
Won't stop healing
Won't stop healing
and protecting
and protecting
and believing.
and believing. Our voices are united, louder than hate. We have gathered here. We've had all we can take. The time has come, you will hear our call. We're fighting for liberty and justice for all. Our voices are united, louder than hate. We have gathered here. We've had all we can take. The time has come, you will hear our call. We're fighting for liberty and justice for all.
Before we conclude this evening, I would be remiss if I did not thank some important folks. Our coordinator Sue Freitag and Principal Brenda Pensamiento, who are both so supportive of our program. The entire Performing Arts Department faculty who have been so willing to work together to come up with new ideas to teach and perform in this situation. These phenomenal students for seeing this through, even when it sometimes felt bleak. But look what we have to show for it now. And thank you to all of you for your support of these amazing musicians and your continued support of our choral program and of all of AMPA. Knowing so many of you were rooting for us definitely helped us find the drive to keep moving forward and complete this endeavor. Thank you, and good night.